The Zaylan Academy of Higher Thought was never meant to host humans. It was an ancient institution, carved into the black stone of a distant moon, where hundreds of alien species sent their brightest youth. The corridors echoed with languages that required 4 tongues to pronounce, and classrooms brimmed with technologies older than human civilization itself. Yet somehow, against centuries of tradition, a single human girl walked those halls. Her name was Emily Carter, and the council had allowed her admission not out of generosity, but curiosity. Humanity was still new to the stars, barely crawling beyond their own system, and the elder species viewed them as fragile, reckless creatures. Emily had been sent as a test, an experiment in endurance. On her 3rd month at the academy, the faculty made a grave mistake. The Vrath species, hulking, scaled predators from a death world of molten rivers and spined forests, had demanded that their young be given real exposure to their ancestral hunting companions. To them, it was essential education, like teaching mathematics or music. Against the protests of more timid races, the staff agreed to release a captured hearth beast into the Academy's biodome for study. The hearth was no ordinary predator. It stood 3 meters tall, with jaws like steel traps and claws that could shear through armored plating. It was infamous even among the Vrath, apex among apex predators. The release was meant to be controlled. It wasn't. The beast broke free. The Academy sealed its halls, alarm shrieking in languages layered upon languages. Professors shouted for calm, but panic rippled like wildfire. No one thought of the human girl, because surely she was already dead. But Emily was not running. When the beast tracked the scent of its kind into one of the arboretums, it found something unexpected. Its 2 cubs, small, silver-eyed creatures with budding fangs, were not cowering or growling. They were playing. And they were playing with Emily Carter. The girl was laughing, tossing a carved piece of driftwood between the cubs like she might with puppies back on Earth. The cubs tumbled over each other, growling in mock ferocity, their tails lashing in delight. Emily clapped her hands, utterly fearless, as if this wasn't a scene out of a nightmare. The hearth beast froze in the doorway, its massive head lowering, golden eyes narrowing. The Academy cameras recorded everything. Thousands watched from the sealed halls in horrified silence as predator and prey faced one another. But Emily didn't scream. She turned her head, saw the towering beast, and smiled. "Oh," she said softly. "You must be their mom." Gasps erupted from every watching throat. To the Vrath, to the Zaylan, to every race present, such words were insanity. The hearth did not mother. It devoured. It destroyed. It annihilated. But the beast did not pounce. It stepped forward, muscles rippling, its massive claws gouging the stone. The cubs squealed in joy and bounded toward it, brushing against their mother's armored hide before running back to Emily, nudging her legs. The hearth's gaze flicked from its children to the human. Emily, heart pounding but steady, extended a trembling hand. "They're good kids. You raised them well." For 3 eternal seconds, nothing moved. Then the beast exhaled a rumbling breath, lowering its massive head until its snout brushed her outstretched palm. The sound that followed shook the walls, a deep, resonant growl, not of threat, but of recognition. The cameras captured it all. The most feared predator of a death world accepting a fragile human into its family circle. When the security teams finally arrived, they didn't dare approach. The beast stood over Emily, its cubs pressed against her sides, as if daring anyone to harm her. In that moment, something shifted across the Academy. The Vrath no longer saw humans as weak prey. The Zaylan no longer dismissed them as reckless upstarts. And the human girl herself? She didn't think she had done anything extraordinary. "They just needed someone to play with," she said later, shrugging at the endless questions. But to every alien who had witnessed the scene, The truth was undeniable. Where fear, weapons, and dominance failed, humanity's strange gift for empathy had succeeded. The story of Emily Carter spread across the stars, retold in hushed awe. For the first time in history, the galaxy realized humans weren't just survivors. They were something far more dangerous. They could tame monsters,